I don't know if you can see it. So then the application is located on the transport folder, and it's just called production log report. And then, so log in with your normal Blackhawk account. There's no restrictions on this. It's just a way to stop people from just opening it. So the first one is just display a prod import file. So this is where we can actually specify the date of the import. So if there's a specific date and you just want to look at a specific file number, you can just click those and then run the report, and then that's it. You can export this to CSV. All you have to do is just say, so test.csv. Just make sure that it ends with CSV and hit save, and it'll take this whole table, dump it into a CSV, and then you can open that in Excel. And then, yeah, so this is the report. So this one's just defined by the files. And then the other 4 are just defined by shift. I'm actually gonna just do this by shift. I did this one earlier, the all shifts. It just takes a couple seconds to load. So then you can pick your date range, and then load that report. It'll take a second because they're pretty big. So yeah, you got to be careful. Don't pick a big date range because it'll take a while for the report to load. But I think we talked earlier that you guys really wouldn't want to go out more than 1 day, which is good. Yeah, so then the shift 2, very similar. Yeah, these are all the exact same. The only difference is the report is defined by the shift, and it'll just isolate what happened during that time period, which shift was worked. And that's it. Pretty straightforward. And yeah, I finished the documentation. We're just reviewing it, and we'll send that over to you hopefully today.
Thank you.
Or,
Yes.
Sounds good.
thank you, Dario.
Yes,
Oh, no
I
problem.
installed my computer. Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna close all this out now. Okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay, I have one last thing to bring up. Kaz sent you an email or two about how to improve label printing speed. I have talked about this once or twice in the past, I think 10 years. To get the speed that you normally have from the Deco plant in Mexico, you need to have a local server. That means a local implementation of Blackhawk and all of the data exchange pieces that we have presently run on Deco's server. I can't do, the only guarantee I can give you about speed is if you have a local server. As soon as the server is not local, other than the suggestions that Kaz gave you, I can't really do anything. Blackhawk can't really do anything about the speed. We do have plants that have servers thousands of miles away from where they're printing labels or scanning, and they work like the server was on site. So I know that their backbone is excellent. So I don't want to go around and point fingers and say, well, there's something wrong with your interfacility network. But I can't fix that. So do you understand what I'm trying to portray here?
Yeah. So you are, well, in the past, you or Mr. Oscorta already talked with you probably about this. So the best solution is to create a server in this location, right?
Yeah, the best solution always is to implement its own Blackhawk server local to the facility. And that has cost to it. And of course, we would heavily discount the cost from your your major plant. But if you're going to start bringing up scan to move and FIFO and putting business rules around production and items like that, you may not get the speed that you need if the server isn't local. And so I don't want to tell you you have to do this. I'm just saying that what you're used to at your parent plant, you may not see at any of these satellites if the server isn't local. And when that occurs, if you do decide to say, okay, what's the cost of putting a server in this facility? It could be now you have your main Mexican plant that has a server local, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
And do you have two or three facilities other than that? You have one in Texas. Do you have any more in the US, or are they Mexican facilities?
It's one in Texas. The other one it's very close to the factory, but it's in another building.
Okay.
So we can handle maybe the issues with this second warehouse in Mexico, but probably in Texas will be good to get some numbers or costs to install or create a server over there.
Yeah,
You know, just to talk with the manager, with Justin about it, because over there it's where all the material is shipping to the client, directly
Yeah.
to the client. So maybe we can talk with him about this.
Yeah, is the speed problem that you see in the last email from Texas or from your local Mexican facility?
The issues it's in both places, but
See.
probably more in Texas.
Oh, I would consider that a disaster, because most times, and I think you can see this in your Mexican facility, the label printing response is in seconds. It should be.
Correct.
And
Correct.
so the frustration of waiting for a label is terrible. So I'm going to how many is it just shipping is it just receiving and shipping in Texas, or is it just receiving, or is there production and assembly in Texas before you ship it out?
No, only receiving and shipping. In no production. It's only a
Okay.
warehouse.
So and you want to enforce FIFO in Texas, correct?
Maybe the case
Maybe.
to attract. Yes.
If this is a normal Magna plant, I would say that corporate Magna would say that FIFO enforcement is important. So I will talk it over with the team to see what we can do. Maybe we can just do replication, but if you're getting multi-minute label printing, maybe replication is not the way to go, because that speed is going to impact the replication. So, and as it turns out, I actually don't know if Transform can handle. Yeah, they can. I guess they could. I will think about giving you a good number on bringing up a Blackhawk server in Texas, and I will explain that this is only because there must be something, even though all your tests say there's, the network is solid and fast. There must be something odd about the network. Now, in saying that, let's try what Cass suggested first to see if that helps with this situation. And maybe that's good enough, because I would hate to go through the effort given to attempt to bring up a second server on the same data set without replication. So let me talk it over with the team. You guys try what Cass suggested,
Okay.
and let me know if it helps with the speed of the label printing.
All right. Yep. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'll call this meeting closed.
Thank you so much.